Hello everyone, I'm excited. Today is video number 10, the last in our series. It seems like it's been a long haul in a way. 10 weeks we've been working on this, and this is the last one. We're thinking about some new ones. One of them would be maybe a buyer's one, or going back and starting the 1 through 10 series again and run it for another 10 weeks, because I know we've had a lot of people request past videos that we did, if they could get a copy of that. So maybe we'll just rerun it and let everyone learn some more. There's nothing wrong with learning, especially when it's a purchase of this size. So anyway, video 10 is you are walking or going to your closing. And it's not quite that simple. You're not going to all of a sudden, bam, we're going to closing. This is something that was scheduled. You'll know when it is. You're down to your last couple of days, and I know we mentioned it in the last video too, that the lender is going to pull a credit report. So they told you, probably since you started working with them, don't spend money on credit. And they're going to continue to tell you that until after you actually sign for the house, because they will pull a credit report. Some are the day of closings, a lot of them are the day before. And if you purchase something on credit, you will change your credit score, or your sorry, not your credit score, but you could, but it's your ratios, your debt to income ratio. We had, and I think I've mentioned this in the past, we had a young couple that thought they were clear. It was the night before they closed, and went out and bought themselves a new bed for the new home they were buying. And we'd been telling them, along with the lender, don't spend any money on credit, because they were very, very tight on their ratios. $1,000 put them over, and it took them 4 months to be able to actually buy a home. And of course, they lost the one that they were going to go to closing over. They were devastated. So don't spend money on credit until your lender tells you it's okay. A day or two, depending on the home you're buying. If the house was practically a hoarder house, for example, or even someone you're suspecting is going to have a hard time getting help to clean out the house, you may want to do a couple of final walks. We did one 5 days before closing, and then the night before closing, and again the day of closing. And it was purely because they had so much stuff in the house, we just did not know how they were going to ever get it all out. They struggled. They were there until minutes before closing to finally get the place cleaned out. There is at the final walk, what you're looking for is to make sure that they did get their stuff out. Personal property is gone. A big one is too, you may have asked for some personal property. Appliances, a perfect example, a refrigerator, range, something like that. Well, you want to make sure that the range or refrigerator that you had asked for in the personal property is still there. Now, if your agent were to just ask for the range and the refrigerator, dishwasher, for example, all they have to do legally, and this is Minnesota, because you didn't specifically say as seen, or the ones that were there when you did your purchase agreement of what you saw at that showing, all they have to do is provide a washer, a dryer, dishwasher, whatever you ask for, one that is working. And that has happened. It's kind of sneaky, but it has happened, where it was all stainless steel appliances, and the buyer's agent didn't write it up correctly and specifically ask for what they saw. So when the buyers went to the house to see it before closing, here's mismatched appliances, and there wasn't a lot that could be done because they did not specifically ask for. They just asked for a washer, a dryer, a refrigerator. So that's a really good note that you want to make sure your agent does for you. Also, you want to go through the house and look for, maybe there was rugs down. You want to make sure that they weren't hiding a huge hole in the floor, and I'm exaggerating on that. But also, as people move furniture out, sometimes they punch a hole in the wall, especially on tight corners and stairwells. So you're looking for damage that they did as they were moving. Um, you're not there with a fine-tooth comb because there is going to be marks and things on the wall that you did not see that were behind furniture, pictures, those kinds of things. You're looking for obvious damage that needs to be fixed that they um, did themselves when they were moving, for example. Another one is light fixtures. I talked to an agent. They walked in. They had beautiful light fixtures in the home. They went to the house for their final walk. Every light fixture had been changed to something quite a bit cheaper. So that's just another item to look for. Your agent should bring the personal property addendum with, and you should go through that. If there was repairs completed as a part of the inspection, you want to make sure you go through the repair amendment to make sure that the inspection repair amendment, make sure that those things were indeed completed. I can't tell you how many times we've gone to the final walk and those things, or some of them, were not done. So what are your options at that point? That'll be up to you and your agent, but one of them is you can delay closing if things aren't done. Worst case is that, and I had this one blow up too, is they were trying to hide that they had water coming into the home. They were wiping the mold off. It was actually an agent of ours. The sellers were wiping the mold off the walls when the buyers got there. So of course that blew up because they were concerned about what else they didn't disclose, and on and on and on. So it can be problematic, of course. So this is going to be your home. You need to get answers. You need to find out what's going on. Your agent needs to be your partner on this. If it doesn't feel right, doesn't sound right, you're not getting what you want, then say, stop, we need to figure this out. But again, you need to work with your agent. I'm not here to be your agent on these videos. We're just trying to give you some ideas. So you walk into closing, your closing will be over in 15 minutes to maybe an hour. A buyer will get probably a cramp in their hand from signing. But when you get there, everything is in place. There really shouldn't be much going on other than some chatter back and forth, asking questions, and you're signing documents. Your agent, in most cases, is told by the closer to sit over in their chair, be quiet, they've done their job, now it's up to the closer. The closer's in charge. You'll usually have a closer on both sides, and they will show you the documents and explain everything. Many times the lender will be there just to answer any questions you may have. Also, once you're done, the house is yours in most cases. And again, this is in the purchase agreement where it says that you take ownership upon signing at closing. So you want to know when your ownership time is, because there's also some that will ask for 24 hours after closing before you move in or take over. So know what that says. And again, that's where your agent needs to help you. So congratulations, you made it. You bought your house. It's all yours now. Now you get to start paying for your own taxes and paint and doing those kinds of things. Don't rush going in. Take a little time, clean, paint if you can. Some are moving from a rental into their new home, so they really can't. But it's wonderful for you to have your new home. You're going to start accruing equity at this point. It helps credit scores as well because you'll be making payments. Your mortgage is a huge part of your credit score. So that's pretty much it. I hope you've enjoyed our series. Please give us a thumbs up below on YouTube here. Write a comment. Let us know if you have a series that you would like to hear or that we could videotape for you. Let us know. I'll have some contact information. We would love if some of you want to give us a call, ask questions, work with us. Of course, we'd want you to work with us. That's it, and we really enjoyed it, and we will see you on our next series. Also, we do the traveling real estate agents. If you're interested in that, that's more of a fun video and from traveling all over the place, and those are a good time. Thank you again.